There was once a prisoner who lived inside a dark cell. The cell was cold, quiet, and almost empty. Every morning, he woke up and looked at the same walls, the same darkness, and the same heavy metal door. Every day, he complained. He said, "Life is unfair. I have no freedom. If only this door was open, my life would be different." He looked through the small window and imagined a better life. A life with sunlight. A life with purpose. A life where he could finally become the person he wanted to be. But every time he looked at the door, he told himself, "It is locked." So he stayed. Days passed. Months passed. Years passed. And slowly, the prison became familiar. The walls that once made him angry became normal. The darkness that once felt painful became comfortable. And that is one of the most dangerous things in life. Sometimes people do not stay trapped because the cage is strong. They stay trapped because the cage is familiar. One evening, the prisoner stood up and walked toward the door. Not to escape, just to touch it. He placed his hand on the cold metal and pushed gently. The door moved. He froze. He pushed again. The door opened a little more, and a thin line of light entered the cell. The door was not locked. It had never been locked. All those years, he was living inside a prison with an open door. At first, he felt excited, but then fear entered his mind, because outside the door was freedom. And freedom also meant responsibility. Inside the cell, he could blame the walls. He could blame the door. He could blame life. But outside, he would have to take responsibility for his own choices. So he sat back down. The door was open, but he did not walk out. And this is where the story becomes our story. Many people today are living like that prisoner. Not inside a real prison, but inside a mental prison. A prison built from habits. A prison built from comfort. A prison built from fear. A prison built from scrolling, procrastination, excuses, comparison, and overthinking. Every day, they say, "I want to change," but they wake up and repeat the same routine. They check the phone before they check their own mind. They scroll before they think. They consume before they create. They compare before they even start. They say, "I don't have time," but their screen time tells another story. They say, "I'm waiting for the right moment," but the right moment keeps passing while they remain inside the same cell. The painful truth is this: for many people, the door is already open. They can start studying. They can start training. They can put the phone down. They can clean their room. They can learn the skill. They can take the first step, but they do not move. Not because they cannot, but because staying the same feels safer than changing. Because change demands responsibility. If you stay trapped, you can blame the cage. But the moment you walk out, you must face the truth. Your life is now in your hands. One day, the prisoner looked at the open door again. His mind asked, what if you fail? What if outside is harder? What if you are not ready? But then he asked himself a different question. What if I stay? That question changed everything. Because failure is not the real prison. Staying stuck is the prison. Never trying is the prison. Waiting forever is the prison. So this time, he did not wait for confidence. He did not wait for fear to disappear. He simply took one step, just one. And that is how freedom begins. Not with a perfect plan, not with a perfect mood, not with a perfect version of yourself. Freedom begins with one honest step. Maybe your first step is small. Putting the phone away for 1 hour. Studying for 30 minutes. Going for a walk. Cleaning your room. Opening the book. Starting the workout. Doing the task you have been avoiding. It may look small, but to a person who has been trapped for a long time, one step is everything. Every day, there is a door. When you wake up, there is a door. Will you get up or go back to sleep? When you hold your phone, there is a door. Will you scroll or will you focus? When the work feels hard, there is a door. Will you quit or will you continue? Your life is changed by the small doors you choose to walk through every day. Every time you choose discipline, you walk further away from the prison. Every time you choose focus, you walk further away from distraction. Every time you choose action, you walk closer to freedom. But remember this, the old life will call you back. The phone will call you. The bed will call you. The excuses will whisper, start tomorrow. But that voice is not protecting you. That voice is the prison guard. And every time you obey it, you return to the cell. So, if you feel stuck right now, listen carefully. You are not finished. You are not too late. You are not powerless. You are not locked forever. But you must stop waiting for someone to open a door that is already open. No one can walk out for you. No one can build your discipline for you. No one can protect your focus for you. No one can live your life for you. At some point, you must stand up. You must place your hand on the door. You must push it open. And you must take the first step. So today, ask yourself, what is my prison? Is it my phone? Is it my fear? Is it my comfort zone? Is it my overthinking? Is it my excuses? And then ask yourself the harder question. If the door is open, why am I still inside? Do not answer with words. Answer with action. Put the phone down. Open the book. Clean the room. Start the workout. Finish the task. Take the step, because the door has been open for a long time. The question is not whether you can leave. The question is whether you are finally ready to stop choosing the cage. Stand up, open the door, and walk out.